I know I connected right. I did it right? A's on top, rise, no twist in the risers, and brake below everything. I 180 and connect and double check. I know it's right because my right side is on top of left. That means that I'm gonna turn to my right every single time. Some people argue you should turn to the left or the right. It's another discussion for another day. If you really wanna go left, we can do that too. But I usually go to my right. I don't sometimes go left, sometimes go right, sometimes get twisted and be screwed. I just don't have a decision to be made. It's just always the same. Never turn the wrong way. So, that being said, I also know it's right because I go from the carabiner to the brake. My rap song, beaner to the brake, clean to the pulley. You see a string straight to the pulley? When you snap it in, make sure it's clean. You have 2 chances to catch this mistake. Never drop your brakes. I wish we could all agree on the definition of never, because apparently it means, yeah, but I was trying this or that, whatever. No, never let go of your brakes. If you want to let go, snap them in. If this thing starts taking off and I go, hey, I'm not ready, then Mother Nature doesn't care, right? So, beaner to the brake, clean to the pulley. I don't just grab my brake. You might be right, you might be wrong. Look, everybody launches with their brake line twisted at some point. It doesn't have to be you. It's totally preventable. I call it unacceptable. If you just reach down and grab your brake, you might be right. But if this thing's twisted and you just grab your brake, A, you'll shear my button, which I don't like, so please peel these. Won't make you a better pilot, but it can save my brake toggles. But if it is tangled or twisted and tangled, whatever, if you take the moment to follow it from the carabiner, it will never catch you off guard. You will never be that guy. See what I'm saying? So right here, take the second. Now, I say that, and I watch people just go, pull and go. Okay. But I see it as a potential failure mode. So here, from the beaner to the brake, and I see it's clean to the pulley. See that? Clean to the pulley? It's not wrapped around here or anything. Beaner to the brake, clean to the pulley. If step 1 was gather your brakes, that's how we do it. Beaner to the brake, clean to the pulley. Step 2, gather your A's. And I'm gonna show you a way probably different than what you've been doing. With my left hand, I reach over to the right side and I grab from the top here. If these are twisted, it's not gonna work. So make sure they're hanging straight. I grab my non-A's, my B's and C's. I carry those across my body, and now I can gather all my A's. So I grab these 2 and these 2. And I know I did it right because I'm a double, triple checker, guys. I gotta check for everything. Look, all my A's are on top. A lot of people just grab the A's like this. They all collect your A's. And do you see that the A's are not on top? Yeah. And guess what? This actually works. People launch like this all the time. But for me, it doesn't take any time, and it's way more confidence inspiring. That, hey, I can double check that I did not screw this up. If my A's are on top, I'm probably good. Another worthy note, I want this brake deep in your hand. We don't want it just by the fingertips, because how am I to release the A's and retain the brake? It's impossible, right? So I put this brake deep in my hand, in my thumb little hole here, and then I grab all these so that I can let go of the A's and retain my brake. Now, symmetrical there. A's on top. Now, do you know which one is my left wing? That's my left wing, right? And this is my left hand. So my left hand affects that wing. If this wing comes up first, I can slow it down with my left hand. What do I do if this wing comes up first? I could let go and hit my right hand, but I like to keep the A's in my hand, right? So I just grab this with my finger right there. I don't pinch it, because when this thing pulls, you get shiny, stingy fingers that don't feel very good. So I just have it resting in my finger, and I deflect it. I don't pull it, I just deflect it. And I can choke up and get more or less, right? So I pull this up with my body. Now, like I say, a lot of people learn to pull the A's. Remember I was telling you that the A, B's, and C's are all the exact same length? This is the magic airfoil. If I pull my A's to here, is that the magic airfoil? No. And you can look at the wing and see it. Look, lots of A's. You see the leading edge on closed? That's not helping me. The problem is, everybody learns to pull the A's, and it kind of works. But what I want to see better, and more importantly than that, is back that ass up. Right? I don't even need my brakes or my A's or anything if we have a decent breeze. If I just back my body up with nothing, I will get a nice little wall, right? Wasn't totally into the wind, but With any wind, I can bring this up and fly perfect. I don't need to clench my A's. I do use my A's if the glider's lagging. If I back up and it's still just lagging at 45, I can give a little coaxing, a little gas. Yeah, it's not clench and hold.
Just a little.
And it's not about pulling the A's, it's about releasing the A's. You pull it, it doesn't seem to do anything. You release it, ooh, it comes up really fast. So people don't realize that. They just hurt. I believe it's kind of like a comedian. You go see stand-up, you remember the first joke and the last joke and you forget all the middle stuff. And people first learn to pull the A's and that's all they ever remember. So I'll try to break you of that a little bit. Anyway, right here, beaner to the brake, clean to the pulley. Beaner to the brake, clean to the pulley. I usually do them both at the same time. With my left hand, carry over, and my right hand, gather all my A's and verify they're on top. Do you guys notice the outside A's want to fly and not the middle? This is complete opposite of what we wanted earlier, right? So here's how I do it. I pull in this brake line, and I pull in this brake line, and I don't have to walk over there. Now I got the middle lines trying to fly. Yeah, a little bit of wind helps too. So I got that string in my finger. There's not much wind. It's a reverse. I'll show you anyway. So I back my body up. Oh, let me go back a step. What I don't want to do, what I hate seeing people do, is just do a chest pull. They just go, and it never ever helps. It very rarely helps. What's better to do, and see the wind's coming from over here now, it's better to just run with it. I know if I produce airspeed, it wants to fly. So as long as I go, now, check that out. The wind is coming to my face, and that windsock is pointing here. What do you think is happening here? Is that Canadian air or Mexican air, meaning right here, right now, north and south? No, that's a thermal going up and the air coming in to replace it. That tells you that we're in a pretty dangerous time of the day right now. The fact that these flags are pointing different positions, that's not just switchy, that's a thermal. That could ragdoll me. And here I am with no parachute, no helmet, connected to a paraglider big enough to kill me. Right now I feel the wind coming from there. It was just coming from here. Again, my left hand, carry over and gather. I know it's right because my A's are on top. So I'm gonna come over this way, bring my body back, and you see what I'm doing here? I have my A's. I don't let go of my A's. You see a lot of people gliding by just letting go of their A's. I'm gonna walk towards it so that it lays all pretty again, right? So I have the string in my finger. I don't let go of my A's. There we go, I got it backwards. I got the string in my finger. And I walk to the low side, right? So a little different maybe than what you've learned before, but it has a lot.